welcome back to Madden 22 for your Minnesota Vikings franchise. How you doing, everybody? Eric M. and Twins 20 here. We are on Season 1, Episode 2. And last episode, I introduced you guys to the new Madden franchise, the new game. We made some trades, we made some cuts, and was going to, on the off camera, I was going to play preseason, and then we're going to join up for the first week of the regular season against the Cincinnati Bengals. I was going to show you guys all the roster cuts, the 53-man roster, all the starters, and we're going to go there. Well, after thinking about the big trade I made with the Bears, I started feeling bad, and I just didn't feel right. I like doing these videos for you guys. I like doing the franchises. It's fun. I like to make the Vikings a winner, because I think I can do better than the current administration. But what I did in yesterday's video, the last video, was very unrealistic. In all honesty, the Vikings would never trade Kirk Cousins, at least to the Chicago Bears, and the Bears would not have given us Justin Fields. So I thought about it. I was like, nah, that's not right. So I just ended up restarting the franchise all over. I deleted the other one. I started it over again. So I went back into here. I did the free agent signing, so we originally did, and I also signed one more guy. I haven't done the trades, though. I didn't do besides the Kirk Cousins trade we did, I didn't do the other trades we made too. I think it was one to the Eagles and there was one to Tampa. Didn't do all those. So all the trades that I did in the previous video, just forget about them. Never happened. But I did do some rate player cuts. I did edit the linebacker Cam Smith, the guy that had open heart surgery last year and then retired on the Vikings earlier this week in real life. I edited his character to a punter, and then he's basically, it's going to eventually kick him out of the game, and he'll retire. So I did sign all the free agents from the previous video. Fitzgerald's back. Adrian Peterson's back. The right guard Castro's back. The kickers, the punter. I did sign Everson Griffin because the Vikings in real life did sign him today. And he will be our starting right end opposite Danielle Hunter. He is an improvement over Stephen Weatherly and DJ Wanham. I like Wanham, and I like what he's brings to the team, and I think he's going to be a stud in the future. So I think we can have him behind Everson to kind of split between those two, and eventually he'll take over for Everson when the time comes that Everson's time to retire. Weatherly, I'm not so sold on, so I think I'm going to probably eventually trade him. And the same for is it Steven Richardson? What is his? Richardson, defensive tackle, behind Pearson, Tomlinson. I don't understand Sheldon Richardson, sorry. I don't understand why they signed him back when they didn't really need another frickin' defensive tackle. So, yeah, I'm not sold on him, so I'm probably going to end up trading Sheldon out of here. I did make one free agent signing that I didn't do in the last video. I thought about this, and it's really going to help our offensive line. So I went ahead. There was another guy available. We saw it in the last video. I didn't sign him, but I went ahead and I signed him. I signed right tackle Mitchell Schwartz. I moved him to left guard and actually bumped his overall up to 90. From 91, he was a 91 when I signed him as a right tackle. Moved him over to left guard and saved it, and it bumped it up too. So he's a 93. So I think this is a good move, at least for this year, maybe next year. He's only 32, and he's a superstar. I think this move is going to help Darisaw. It gives him a veteran presence there, so he can kind of learn off him. He can teach him because he's a tackle. He's worked on the right side, so he can teach him a little bit. And then I got Bradbury. He can help Bradbury, so he can help the two young guys out. Bradbury is on his third year now, and he struggled last 2 years. So maybe having Schwartz next to him will help him out. Then you got DeCastro. So he's bookended by two studs, two pros. DeCastro will help Bradbury, as well as Schwartz will help Bradbury. O'Neal, he doesn't need any help. He's all on his own. So I think adding these two guys along with O'Neal will help Bradbury, Darisaw, and Ulioto. No disrespect to Ulioto. He's got talent, but he's just not at that next level. And Wyatt Davis, who is not on the top 3 anymore because he got dropped after DeCastro got signed. But that's going to change because Dozier and Samir are both going to be cut, and then Wyatt Davis will be behind there. Ezra Cleveland, he can sit behind and learn from Schwartz, and eventually he'll take over when his time comes. So everything else is the same. We got Fitzgerald sitting behind, and Thielen and Jefferson. We got D.D. Westbrook. I released quarterbacks Jake Browning and Nate Stanley, so we're down to Cousins and Mond, and we're going to move on from. We're either going to try to find a trade partner with Kirk Cousins, or we're just going to keep him for the season. I personally want to move on now to free up some cap space so we can sign our guys and move on from there. We got to cut 3 players, but I'm going to do that later. So let's go to roster. Let's do all these trades over again. And we're going to start with the big one. We're going to get rid of Kirk. See if we can get rid of Kirk. Because honestly, I want to see this team do well. So Chicago is interested. I'm not going to send them to Chicago. Cincinnati doesn't need one. They got Burrow last year in the draft. Bills, they just re-signed Josh Allen. I don't think that's going to happen. And plus, Kirk Cousins and Stephon Diggs, don't think they got along well. This is the one I think I am going to end up doing. The Broncos are interested in him. I thought about maybe doing a swap for Teddy. I love Teddy. I still think he has some left in the tank. And me personally, as a Viking fan, watching from the outside, I think they gave up on Teddy. Yes, he shredded his knee. A lot of people say, oh, he's average at best. Well, coming into that season before he shredded his knee and blew out his leg and almost lost his leg, he was looking good. And he was looking really good in practice. He was looking good in preseason. And then all hell broke loose. I think Teddy had some left in the tank. And I think the Vikings I think it was more Spielman than it was Zimmer. Zimmer loves Teddy. And I think the front office just gave up on him too fast. And then when they brought in Case Keenum, and then they had the miracle, and then, of course, they brought in Kirk, and it's like, and Zimmer didn't want Kirk. We know that. So I'm actually thinking if I can make a deal with the Broncos, I might try to see if I can get Teddy Bridgewater. I think that's more believable than me trading with the Bears to get Justin Fields. Browns, that's not believable. They have their quarterback. I don't think that's not happening. Tampa, that could be believable because Tom Brady is in his 40s. Kyle Trask is the backup. They drafted him after we took Mond. I honestly don't think Kyle Trask is better than Kirk. I think Kirk would be a good choice for Tampa, so that's an idea. Cardinals, I don't see that. Kyler Murray, no. They have their quarterback. Chargers, definitely not happening. Chiefs, definitely not happening. Colts, possibly because of Carson Wentz, but I don't think it's happening. The issue with Dak Prescott, that could be an issue with his injury status. I could see Kirk going down to Dallas. Dolphins, no. They have Tua. They just need to give him some time. Eagles possibly could use a quarterback. They gave up on Carson. They traded him to Indy. But is Jalen Hurts really that good? Do they want to go with Jalen Hurts? I mean, Kirk Cousins is leaps and bounds better than Jalen Hurts. And, it's a possibility. I might trade him there just to get Hurts as a backup, but I really don't need him because I have Kellen Mond, who I can groom into a starter. Falcons, Matt Ryan is getting up there, but he's still good. I think he's better than Cousins, personally. This is not This is definitely not going to happen. I don't think Kirk would like the idea of going back to Washington. Different coaching staff, but same ownership. One of the worst in the NFL. Not happening. They have Trey Lance. They have Jimmy G. This could be a possibility. New York needs a quarterback. Daniel Jones, the jury's still out on him. Jaguars definitely out. They have their guy, Trevor Lawrence. Jets are out. They have Zach Wilson. Lions, they have Goff. And we're not going to trade him in the Lions. The Packers obviously are not going to take him. They're not going to give me Aaron Rodgers. And the Panthers, maybe, but I don't think so because they just got Sam Darnold, and I think they're going to give him. I think they're going to give him a try. Patriots, that could be a possibility. Cam Newton is getting up there. Kirk could be a good quarterback for them. Raiders, possibly. Derek Carr could be on his way out. Rams have Matthew Stafford, even though I think, even though Cousins is, I think he's older than Matt Stafford, or the same age. I personally I think Kirk's better than Stafford. I've always thought Matthew Stafford is overrated. 33, so he's the same age as Kirk. Yeah, they're the same age, but I still think Matthew Stafford's overrated, but that's just me. He hasn't done squat in Detroit, so Baltimore, not happening. They got Lamar. That's a possibility. Drew Brees retired. They have Jameson Winston, who's, he's got talent, but he also throws a lot of picks. I think he threw 30 for 30 one year, and so he's... This could be an idea. He'd be a decent backup, I think. But again, I'm not interested. I could probably get a better backup on the market. Seahawks, they have Russell Wilson, not going anywhere. Pittsburgh, possibly. Roethlisberger's getting old, but they don't want any interest in Kurt, so I'm not going to send him there. Texans have Watson, and of course, he's been in trade rumors with his legal issues, even though it's all hearsay right now. Tennessee doesn't need one. They have Tannehill. And here we are back to the beginning. So let's go with the most logic, which is the Broncos. And also because former Viking assistant GM, I can't remember his name. Last name Peyton. He's there as their GM now, working for John Elway. So this could be a possibility. So let's see if they'll give me Teddy and a second for Kirk Cousins. And they do. I get a second-round pick, and Teddy Bridgewater is coming home to Minnesota. Kirk Cousins is gone. So we're going to have an open competition between Teddy and Mond. I'm gonna keep Mond. We're going to develop him, see how it goes. If somebody better, though, does pop up in free agency next year, we will make that move. I'm not expecting one, but you never know. Somebody in Green Bay might say, I'm out of here, and he might go free agency, and he might want to come here and stick it to the Packers like a certain former Packer quarterback did back in the day. And I think you know who I'm talking about. Okay, so we can give Teddy his number back. So old Bridgewater's back. They only got him as a normal dev, which I don't get. Larry Fitzgerald, by the way, I noticed was a normal dev, and I don't agree with that. I think he should at least be a star. He is okay. Somebody's wearing 5. Who's wearing number 5? Okay, we gotta find out who's wearing number 5. Discard and get that fixed because I want him wearing number. I want him wearing number 5. And I'm not sure who was wearing number 5 yet. I thought. Let's check this. 6'2", 32. Kicker 3, number 1. Okay, it's going to be a safety. Or it's going to be somebody in the secondary, I think. Why is number 5 not being... Oh, right here. Trey Smith. Sorry, Trey. That's not your number. That's the quarterback's number. You need another number, dude. I'll give you number 4. You can have number 4. Here. You can have 4. Until somebody else needs number 4. But Teddy Bridgewater is back with the Vikings. We're going to do some other trades. Because we do have the Adrian Peterson deal back. So I am going to, even though I got a feeling Adrian's going to retire after this year, the smarter move would be to keep Madison, but keeping him here just to sit behind Delvin and Adrian is, I mean, it doesn't make sense because he could go somewhere and be a stud. So we're going to probably do him a favor and move on, let him move on and go be a stud somewhere else. So we got Teddy, we got Mond. I am going to sign one more quarterback. Let's move trade center. I want to trade yeah, let's do the Madison trade next. Left tackle. Oh, no. My bad. All right, and Alexander Madison. There's got to be a team that might be interested in him. I think it was the Eagles they sent him to. Actually, let's go back. Let's go to the Bears. I'm not going to trade the Bears. I'm just gonna bump up. I just wanted to go to each team and see who their running backs are compared to Madison. Madison's a 70-something, I thought. Wait a minute, go back. 75. Okay, he's a 75 overall. Bengals don't need him. Bills have 2 75s and a 79. They're good. Broncos don't need them. Browns don't need them. Bucks don't need them. He could fit in with the Chargers. He'd be better than their backups. They have Eckler, but he could switch with he could switch duties with Eckler. I think they're going to be good. See if I can get a third. Can I get a third for him? Yep, sure did. Okay, so he's going there. So that gives me 2 players I need to cut, which I got more here. So let's go to. Okay, we're going to go to defense. Sheldon Richardson. I honestly don't see a need for him, so we'll start back at the beginning again with the Bears. They don't need him. If I see any team in green that's interested in him, I'm going to go for it. But it doesn't look like there's any teams that want him. So let's go back to the Browns. They had him last year. They need a defensive tackle desperately. Let's see how bad they are. How much do you want to pay? Oh, yeah, they need help. And he's a what? He's an 82? Yeah, this is going to work in our favor. We're going to at least get a second or a third or a first, maybe. I don't think we're going to get a first, but we might get a second. And if I can get a second, yeah, they're not going to give me that. But they might give me a second or a third. Can I get a 2 and one of their 4s? Probably too much. All right, give me your second. If they give me a second, I'd be good. Ooh, close. Okay, let's see. If I give them a third. I thought I had another player I was going to give them. I kind of want to get rid of. I kind of want to get rid of Barr. Get rid of that lousy contract. So maybe if I give them a second. If I give them those 2, maybe they will give me a first. And one of their 4s. Ugh. Oh, shit. I messed up. Oh, started having a coughing jag. Excuse me. Oh, that sucks. All right, let's try this. See if they give me a first and the 4th for these 2 guys. Salary dumps. Nope. They won't do it. All right. But I think they'll give me a 2. Give me a 2 and their lower 4. They did it. Okay, so Barr and Murchison are out of here. And we got Cleveland's second round pick and a fourth round pick. So we are doing good here. And I think that's going to be it. I think we're cleared up now on players. I think I need to make room for one more because I want a third quarterback. So let me... I know somebody I want to give a shout to. Is he a free agent? I think he is. He's been around for a few... He's been around since 2018. He was drafted by the Cardinals. He's been pushed around. I think he's available right now. I don't see him. Oh, he's not here. Oh, Kyle Slaughter. Oh, see, that 56 rating is crap because he's better than that. I'm tempted to pick him up just as my backup and bump up those numbers because that's ridiculous. He is good with the Vikings. He should have been their backup compared to Mannion last year. He proved it in preseason. He was good, and then Zimmer, for whatever reason, said he's lousy in practice. But then every time he came in preseason, he lit all the backup quarterbacks up and kicked ass. Didn't have a single interception, and we cut him. It's like, what the fuck? Excuse my French. I'm trying to cut back on that. I was going to say let's go find Josh Rosen, but I thought he was a free agent. He might be on a team. Let's see if I can find him. I think I know which team he's with now that I think about it. Let's go quarterbacks. I think he's on the Bucks. Is he on the Bucks? No, he's not. What team was he on? Broncos? Nope. Bills? Nope. Trubisky. Chargers. Don't think he's there. Where is Rosen? I don't think I'm going to take him, though. I don't think he's that good. I personally would just rather go with Kyle Slaughter because I know what he can do, and I know he's pretty good as a backup. I bump up his numbers a little bit because I think that 56 rating he's got. There he is. Oh, he's on San Francisco. He's a 66. San Francisco. Would they give me they probably give me like a 7th for him. I'll give him a 7th next year. Just for shits and giggles. Heh, nope. We need more significant value. Yeah, sure you do. I'll give him a 6. How about a 6? Okay, I'm done. Nope, I'm good. I'm going to get Slaughter, and I am going to bump up his numbers just a little bit. I'm going to get him in like in the 60s, because I think the 56 rating is bullcrap. And in Viking fans that know and have seen Kyle Slaughter, they will admit, yeah, he was pretty good for us. And it's still, I don't understand how guys like Mannion and that kept their jobs instead of this guy. This guy is a gunslinger, and he's good. I like him. So welcome back to Minnesota. And I will take care of him when I get a chance. So I think we're good now. Don't think we need to cut anybody else. Maybe. I might be wrong. Shit, I have to cut somebody. Well, that's going to be an easy cut. I already know who I'm cutting. And actually, we're going to do it right now. We're going to go to NFL rosters. There's 2 guys that were 2 of the worst offensive linemen last year. Ooh. We got a thunderstorm going on. I just heard lightning. I better get this wrapped up before I lose it. All right, we're going to do Samia. Bye-bye. I don't care about the cap hit. Drew Samia, one of the worst in the league. And then we're also going to cut Dakota Dozier. Goodbye. Let me go back. One more. Hinton. He's a 60. I don't understand the deal. Oh, he's practice squad eligible? Okay, I'll keep him for now. So, okay. So, this is what we're looking like. We'll take a quick look at our new roster. We got new quarterback. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Kirk Cousins is gone. We got Teddy Bridgewater. So old Teddy's back. He'll most likely be the starting quarterback. I'm going to change his rating to star. In Minnesota, he's a star. When the Vikings and the Broncos played each other in week 1 of the preseason, Teddy got a huge ovation. Fans still love him here. A lot of fans want him back. Zimmer loves him. The fans love him. So at least in Minnesota, he's a star. He should at least have a star rating. And the same for Fitzgerald. He may not be as big of a superstar as he used to be. He's definitely not an X factor. So he's either going to bump to star or maybe superstar. And then, so this is our offense. This is what the O-line looks a lot better, especially with these two guys, DeCastro and Schwartz added. They're going to help out the young guys. It's going to be a great O-line, at least this year and maybe next year. And then Cleveland and Wyatt Davis can grow, and Darisaw can grow. And then we got Jefferson, Thielen, Fitzgerald. We got Smith in his first year starting with Rudolph gone. On defense, we got Griffin. He's back. Pierce, Tomlinson, Hunter. We got Smith. This is going to change. I am actually going to... with Barr gone... Get out of here. With Barr gone, I'm going to start... I'm going to start him. I want to see him. Vigil. We're definitely going to have to improve on one of these spots. Kendricks is the stud up in the middle. There's still a chance I might make some moves. I might make a trade to get a new strong safety, and I might move Harrison Smith over because I tried it last year in Madden 21, and it worked. And Smith went up and was a beast, and it resurrected his career for a couple more years. So I might do that. I might actually try and make a move off camera, and then I'll show you guys after what I did, if I do that. But other than that, we're going to stand pat. And special teams, we have, I signed Gaskowski and, of course, Morstead. I kept the previous kickers. I'm going to let it be a little competition just to make it seem fair. But, yeah, as we pretty much know who's going to be the two starters, I think. So we're going to end this here before I get knocked out from this lightning storm that's starting up. I don't want to lose power and lose my save file. So next episode 3, then we're going to go. You're going to see what happened preseason. I'll show you the cuts, the final 53-man roster, and then we'll play the Cincinnati Bengals. If you like this episode, hit the like button, leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out with future projects, upgrades to the channel, like games like this, or hardware, you can visit my Patreon at patreon.com/MNTwins28. You do not have to help, but any help's always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out. And Skol Vikings.